Welcome back to another Pokemon Falling Friday, your one-stop shop for all your Pokemon information. We go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going down in price. And we do also cover any big Pokemon news like cards are set to get revealed. And if I do see any good deals, I always try to throw them in here too. But before we get started, we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Collectr. This app is the best of the best when it comes to tracking your collection. No other app even compares. I've actually tried them all, and they're always trying to improve by adding new features, cards, and boxes. So let us know down below if there's anything you want them to fix or add. And they do more giveaways than anyone in this entire hobby. So make sure you follow them on all their socials. I promise you will not be disappointed. All the links are in the description. All right, hopping to PokeBeard here. Looks like a couple more Phantasm Flames products have been popping up. Looks like we got one in a 3-pack blister here, which is kind of crazy. And then I think it even has a Spanish pack in there. And the Meowth is an official English card, and it's going down in price a lot. We're going to check it today. It's still way more expensive when it originally came out, because I think we got a PSA 10 for like 50, 60 bucks. But yeah, that's crazy that some of these cards are popping. Even someone got the gold Charizard, which is wild. All right, let's get into it. So if you guys watched my last Market Monday, this is the first week in quite a while where everything just kind of leveled out. Like nothing went super crazy. It was kind of weird to see. So we got Destined Rivals here, got up to $455. Now last sold $370, $355, $381, $370. Still a crazy price. We can get it shipped right now for $385. Next, we got the Paradox Rift Booster Box. It's got up to $325. Now that's sold $284, $253, $263. And we can get that shipped for $279. And if you guys did not know, I just got back from Card Party. So this is my first video back officially from Seattle. And I will be dropping my Card Party video soon in the next week or two. I'm kind of behind right now. Next, we have the Celebrations ETB. So it's got up to $266, down to $229, back up to $255. Now that's sold $220, $239, $235, $210 with damage, and another sale at $230. Next, the Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center ETB. This got to $200. Now that's sold $162, $165. Next, the Paldean Fates regular ETB. It's got up to $296. Now last sold $280, $282, $292, $286. We get it shipped for $285. So just starting to come down in price right now. Next, the Paldean Fates Pokemon Center ETB, same thing. Got up to $510. Now that's sold $429. $430 with a picture, $400, $440. And we can get it shipped right now for $442, shipping included. Next, we got the Fusion Strike ETB, the regular one. Got up to $235. Now that's sold $200, $207, $205, $204. Next, we have the Mega Evolution Gardevoir ETB. This was at $165. Now that sold $92, $91, $80, and we can get this one shipped for $90. The Lucario one is a little more expensive and not really going down in price yet. Next, we have the Rayquaza Amazing Rare. Got up to $25. Now that sold $18, $22, $21, $21. We can get this card shipped for about $19. Next, the Charizard GX. This is a Sun and Moon promo from the Detective Pikachu. Was at $104. Now last sold $80, $73, $72, $85. Next, we have the Charizard from Celebrations. Got all the way up to $143. Now last sold $126, $135, $130. Next, we have the Gold Mew from Celebrations. Got up to $65. Now last sold $48, $58, $45, $49. Next, we have the Umbreon and Darkrai GX Tag Team promo. Got up to $180. Now last sold $151, $224, $161, $150, $176. And we can get that shipped for $156. Next, we have the Gengar Trainer Gallery card. This one up to $56. Now last sold $34, $39, $42. Next, the Charizard Trainer Gallery card. It's got up to $24. Now last sold $19, $21, $21, $18. Next, the Colossus Illustration Rare. Got up to $64. Now that sold $44, $42, $43. Next, the Mega Venusaur EX Full Art was at $73. Now that sold $18, $16, $19. Next, we got the Mega Gardevoir EX Full Art. In my opinion, I think these are the best Full Arts we've ever gotten. Let me know down below what you guys think. It's pretty tough to beat. To get the original Pokemon with the Mega all in the same card is pretty cool when you really think about it. Last sold for Gardevoir is $12, $11, $13. It was at $35 on release. Next, we got the Executor Illustration Rare. Was at $13. Now last sold 9, 10, 8, 10, 7. Next, we got the Marshadow illustration rare. This is the lightly played chart. Here's the near mint. Look at that drop. Went up to $86. Now that's sold 40, 40, 39, 39. This is why you do not buy cards when they get crazy hyped up like this. Next, the Steelix was at 16, went all the way up to 26. Now last sold 17, 15, 14. Next, the Gumshoes, they're calling this a Donald Trump card. Same looking chart, got up to 28. Now last sold 11, 14, 10. Next, we have the Bulbasaur, but this is the promo, the box topper. Super cool card, got up to $47. Now last sold 29, 31, 32. I picked a few of these up over the weekend. Next, we got the Ivysaur illustration rare, was at 65. Now last sold 31, 30, 32. Next, the Mew EX promo from Scarlet and Violet, got up to $74. Now last sold 16 of them at 63, 59, 62, 61. Next, the Kingdra promo, got up to $76. Now last sold 62, 61, 69. Next, the Bubble Mew EX, got up to $700. Now last sold $625, $599, $620 with a picture, $600 with a picture. And it looks like there's been 224 sales of this Bubble Mew in the last 3 months with an average daily sold of 2. So when cards get super expensive like that, they definitely do not just sell, 30, 40 copies every day. And we can get this card shipped right now for $179. Next, the Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames got up to $127. Now last sold 88, 89, 97, 105. Next, the Zapdos EX just started to come down a little bit. Was at 98. Now last sold 106, 82 with a picture, 86, 83, and we can get it shipped right now for $87. Next, we have the Mega Latias EX. So I was passing out packs for Collectr during card party, and I passed out a pack out to a kid, and they pulled this card, and they were absolutely stoked. This was at 255. Now that sold 183, 174, and 188. Do you guys like this card better? Or do you guys like the Latios from Surging Sparks? Let me know down below. Next, we have the Mega Absol. This card is so clean. Was at 111. Now that sold 92, 92, 93. Kind of starting to level out. Next, here is that Japanese Mew. So this was exclusive to Japanese right away, but now we're getting it in English. We had sales at like $400 in a PSA 10. Now last sold $239. You can even see here this sales from May at $100. And then September 10th, $300. So still a good amount of money, to be honest, way more than what it was. But it's probably going to come down even a little bit more. That's why there is always a slight risk of investing into, exclusive cards like the new Chinese art rares. There is a very small chance that we could get those in English or Japanese down the road. You just never really know. Next, we have the Charizard EX SAR. This is on TCG Player. I feel like a lot of people forget that TCG Player has Japanese too. Last sold on here, 710, 695, 779, 717, 718. So honestly, holding crazy, crazy good value. And then we also have the gold Mega Charizard here. Last sold 950, 688, 642, 1100, 799, 775. I did see this in person. It is pretty cool. Definitely one of the cooler gold cards that we've gotten. Next, we have the Japanese McDonald's Pikachu. This card was selling for $440 1 month ago, and now last sold 180, 180, 193, 171, 179. There's a ton of these cards. I mean, it's a pretty cool card. Wish it was like an actual full art. But yeah, I never go super crazy for those. Next, we have some PSA 10 sales for the new Mega Evolution set. So Marshadow just sold for $620 in a PSA 10. We got the gold Mega Lucario sold for $3,000. It was listed at 4K. Best offer accepted, 3K. Next, we got the Mega Lucario in a 10 at $1,425. The Kangaskong, $960. Another Lucario at $1,475. Absol at $600. We got the gold Gardevoir at $2,024. That one was on auction, 55 bids. And then we have the Gardevoir SIR in a 10, sold for $1,525. And we did have a sale of the Lucario at $1,750 before the $1,400 sale. Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that on there. These are some of the first PSA 10s on the market, so you guys can kind of see what some of these sell for. A ton of people chase this every single new set release. They always try to get the first PSA 10s on the market, and they usually make pretty good money, to be honest, but it's definitely risky. And last on the list, we're going to be checking out those new Chinese exclusive art rares. So Gengar was selling for over 400 right away on release. Now that's sold 275. Cubone down a little bit at 107. We got Gengar at 328. Roulege at 31. Looks like the Chandelure here sold for $750 plus $11 in shipping. That's a good deal. Cubone, another one at 108. Gengar 255. Looks like we had a PSA 10 of the Gengar at $2,500 already with 33 bids. But I did not see any of these cards at Card Party, and I was looking for sure. I tried to find a ton of Chinese exclusives, and I only found a few. I think I bought one Leafeon off camera, and I found another guy who had like 4 or 5 Leafeons, and they were all pretty rough. And then I found one pretty rough Umbreon. So I ended up getting some vintage, which you guys will see in my upcoming Card Party video. But yeah, I tried. Definitely tried. If you guys have a bunch of Chinese exclusives and you guys are trying to sell some, let me know. Just trying to get a bunch. Looks like we did have a Meowth sale at $64 plus $11 in shipping. That is a beautiful Meowth card, but I still do think the Cubone has the best art out of all the new Chinese exclusives for that set. But alright, that was today's Pokemon Falling Friday. If you guys do like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, you guys can check out my Instagram, my TikTok, or my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But alright, I want you guys to have a great day, and if you guys want to watch my last Pokemon Throwback Thursday, where I cover the best Gengar cards in Pokemon history, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.